Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman. We've got a game between ElvesRule playing a split between ST and SL, and then Vampiro playing his usual meta SL deck. And this game is a few minutes in, but I really wanted to get it because two high-ranked players, two very skilled players playing against each other is always a pleasure to see. And we've got a Kakios chonking it up in mid-font here with Winter's, Winter's Blessing? Winter's Shroud or something? Oh no, Weather Harden. Yeah, Weather Harden. I should know this. I'm the one who buffed this spell. And in before everyone cries nerf because of how OP it is, I think there were some people on the Discord talking about this earlier, about how OP it is on already tanky champs. After testing it a little bit, I'm inclined to agree. I could maybe see it losing Tough 1. And maybe going up 5 Nora, because it is quite the array of buffs. I mean, Arctic on its own is already nice for splits. Like, the only reason you'd run it is in splits. And interestingly, it does not have an icon, so you can't actually dispel it either. So yeah, you can't cast it on champs that already have Arctic, but in a split like this, you just slap it on Scale Armor or Kakios and go to town, right? So he's tagging it, and Vampiro doesn't really have any good answers to it right now until Imbue Stun gets down here. And then he can maybe somehow work out a kill with spells, and then the Sunder... What has Sunder? Yeah, you have Sunder. So there's Elves with a Quarry Mark on Confessor. So now Akakios gets Hunter equipped, even more damage reduction. But yeah, the stun's going to come in, and ElvesRule should still be okay. I mean, he has Dragon God Staff as a potential counter to that. Where is he? Wait, where's the stun? 6 damage. Is he Sundering first? It's not really how... Yeah, I mean, I guess he can Sunder first, and then there's the... Wait, no, not the stun yet. He imbued the Drake, but he's stunning with the Drake last, I guess. Okay, yeah. So I figured that like stun gives a defense drop as well. So it's like I probably would have stunned first because it's a flat -2, and rather than Confessor having to attack twice for that same reduction. But yeah, so mutated Drake with the stun, and I mean Akakios is pretty close to death, 25 HP, and if the cleanse doesn't come down, like STSL has a bunch of cleanse options. So you could probably see like a Cleansing Emerald, Blinding Reflection, Dragon God Staff, stuff like that. But if not, then Akakios is toast, and Frostfall Hydra will have to take its place. Spell Surge, Snowstorm. One of the worst Spell Surge abilities in my opinion. I think Snowstorm is trash. I would just run Snowed In every time, but that's just me. I think Snowstorm is hella overrated in terms of cheap spells in ST. But Snogby coming in. Ooh, this ElvesRule Snogby has Flourish and Defensive Turtle. So I know Vampiro loves to run Snogby as well. And he always runs his Snogbys with Fascinate. But ElvesRule has gone completely the other way here. The Flourish actually... I mean, you could argue it's a little late because the Imbue Stun has already been used, but the Flourish will keep these guys at bay, preventing attacks. It's worth noting that SL does have Legion Standard to counteract the Distract and Charm. I'm pretty sure it still gives Prestige, right? Legion Standard? Or maybe they made it into a Skizik equip or something, who knows. But yeah, I guess the Charm does provide a small damage reduction for dealing with Kakios. I'm pretty sure Kakios is still dead. Like, Vampiro has Firestorm, Metamagic Backlash, all that good stuff for finishing spells. Yeah, the Imperator here, and the Imperator, he took Burning Sand Spout. I don't think Vampiro usually runs other sand stuff. Maybe he has Sandstorm or Sand Spout or something, and that's why he took Burning Sand Spout over Acid Bomb. But I also think Acid Bomb makes him like 80 Nora or something, right? So it's probably a cost thing. Because if you're not on Sand, this is basically just a normal-ass fire attack. Ooh, a Cancel Magic. What did he get? Cancels Magic against... Yep, there's the Firestorm. Damn, I called it. So Vampiro not able to rely on that. Yeah, and then Confessor, of course, feeding some Nora to ElvesRule this entire time. Nora induction. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be an expensive kill here for Vampiro. no matter how you slice it. He is going to get it with what he has on board. He just has to dump more AP into it than he'd want to, I guess. So there's the Roar of the Fallen debuff and Globe for Vampiro. And now ElvesRule kind of has to watch his bottom font because charmed units cannot engage. But yeah, Broodlord here for Elves. And I mean, Vampiro is dealing with this pretty well. Weather Harden is pretty cheap. So I'm assuming we're going to see another Weather Harden on this Broodlord at some point. I guess, I mean, this is basically a kind of like a Super Champ deck for ElvesRule. But Meta SL is still probably one of the best in the game. Now he's got to be careful here with the Hydra that it doesn't sit on the sand somehow, because if he does, Burning Sandspout is going to make him inhibited and will completely negate the regeneration. But then, yeah, Territorial, this is a really good place for Territorial because anytime Vampiro deploys at this font or the Shrine, Hydras are going to get buffed. He does have Cleave, so we can get actually a nice double hit off on these guys at the same time. Of course, he will hit... I think he... No, Deflect is probably down, right? Because the Akakios was here. So what will ElvesRule's target be? I mean, the 14 HP Drake is obvious, but I think Confessor, you could maybe get both, because Hunter equipped. See, if he had, I think, multi-attack. Which line is multi-attack on? See, if it's the Snowstorm line, then ElvesRule, you really gotta not take the Snowstorm. The Snowstorm is super trash. But if it's on the Territorial line, then yeah, whatever. It's a shame Vampiro didn't actually deploy in the AoE because he would have actually got multi for free. So Vampiro sussing it out. He didn't have the Nora because he wasted it on the Firestorm. But I don't think Elves can make more out of this situation than the Drake kill. He actually goes for Mirror Hold. Holy Jesus. This is the first time I've ever seen anyone use Mirror Hold. Anyone other than me, of course. Because I'm crazy like that. Oh, and I see. So that buffs Frostfall Hydra and gives Territorial. It gives the max stacks, actually, because it spawns 3 illusions. I thought that was from the Rune Dock only. But apparently it's any time something comes into play. Interesting. So that's some really nice synergy, actually. Mirror Hold on the Imperator. Now, I mean... The thing, though, is for the illusions that Vampiro can literally just run them through the Deafening Aura and kill them and cause the Imperator to become unpacified. So a little unfortunate in that regard for Elves, but he made good damage progress on the Confessor. And then the Snog V still sitting pretty. Not able to be attacked by these guys. So we'll see what Vampiro does. If he can get... no, but he's impenetrable. I was thinking if he can get some sand down and then Sandspout that Hydra would soften it up pretty nicely. Territorial is a long-ass buff. Even the Confessor's Invoke couldn't keep the buff off there with the Confuse. Because even though the ability is gone, the buff stays. So Frostfall Hydra will be super juicy next turn. Maybe allowing Elves to clean up the Morph or something, or even the Flagellum in the font. Do you have to grant... Okay, yeah, I was thinking grant teleport on the Broodlord and then, like Seismic Leap into your own Snog V for some knockback damage. And then this Hydra... Vampiro isn't actually killing the illusions on the Deafening Aura. I guess he'd rather use them to tie up the Hydra and put them to use that way. I mean, he does still just have like a pacified Imperator here, so is that worth it? You could argue that. I would say for the moment it is, but like next turn or the turn after that, he's probably going to want to kill these things and let his Imperator do some work. Like after the Roar of the Fallen debuff goes down, you're going to want your Lightning Storm AoE. But right now the illusions are cock-blocking the Hydra. Without Fascinate, actually, if Snog V had Fascinate, he could actually pull... Oh no, it's only multi-1. Okay, never mind. I was thinking he could pull the Confessor into double hit range after Broodlord takes care of the illusions. I mean, Snog V is still fine. He can get a double hit. I wonder if there's a way he could kill the Morph somehow. Starseer out of range. I guess she could shatter summons on this illusion. Okay, but there's the Snowstorm. Elves' precious Snowstorm and kills 2 illusions. So you could easily pop this third one here with Broodlord, and then or you can tunnel. Yeah, that's option 2. It's tunneling to the Confessor for the kill. Globe. Okay, maybe I don't know. I guess there's synergy with Tunnel Snow, but I don't know. The Snowstorm itself is just it's super weak. Like it's 3 damage, and I mean the snow lasts a while. But I think, like, I still say Snowdin is better. I'll hold fast to this. Until I'm beaten by Elves himself, I will hold fast to my convictions and say Snowdin is better than Snowstorm. Well, we have Broodlord here, teleported in. Can't quite get to the font, but he can get some good damage on the Flagellum in the meantime. I wonder if he's working out a way to somehow kill the Morph. I don't think there's any way he can do it. He's just going to hit the Flagellum for a bit. And there's the Weather Harden. So we now have 65 HP, tough to resilient Broodlord with SL bonus. So that's going to be fun for Vampiro to deal with. And then of course Consume as well. So I would think Elves is running like the Brood Call spell from SL, the one that makes like another Broodlord, so that you can heal off of that with Consume. Or maybe he's running Summon Ant. The newly buffed Summon Ant, that's 65 Nora. That'd be neat, because you get the Swarm and then you just eat the Summon with Consume. But for the moment, Elves has the mid-font, and this illusion kind of can't do anything. Imperator can't do anything. Vampiro can still kill the illusion and then let Imperator move. But he's got to watch his bottom font now because Hydra's down there. The problem is if... he doesn't have... Yeah, he's still confused. Okay. But Broodlord gets frightened away. Did they fix Terrorize finally? Broodlord actually moved in the right direction this time. Yeah, because usually before, Terrorize was bugged so that it would always move the target like this way towards the top of the map. But it looks like Broodlord is moving in the opposite direction instead, which is really nice because that Terrorize bug was annoying as fuck. I hated seeing that. Yeah, Frostfall's getting ambushed by Vindrax coming out of the font. Or sorry, the shrine, I guess. Either way, it's blocking his way. He can't quite tunnel to this snow and get around Vindrax that way. But Imperator kind of dancing around the Snogvi. Where are you going, Imperator? Does Vampiro not realize he can kill his illusion on Deafening Aura? Maybe that's why he's kind of like moving all the way over here for some reason. He's moving into like hit range of the Shard Seer and everything. Is he trying to like put pressure on his bottom font? Like where is he going with this guy? I think it's looking pretty good for ElvesRule, I'm not gonna lie. I mean I guess he's moving out of like hit range of Broodlords? I don't know. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for ElvesRule. I mean, he can mop up this mid-font situation. And then he'll have Hydra wailing on Vindrax. Vindrax is really good versus physical damage, of course, but not so much versus alt damage. He's still super tanky, though, like regen and these stats. Getting hastened by Morph is a very scary sight. I think Imbue Stun is up next turn as well, so Elves will have to try and play around that. But of course, with that snow still around, he can just tunnel away. So there's an Arctic Whale hitting the Hive. And killing that. Oh, is that a double Arctic Whale? Yeah, that was a double Arctic Whale. It only showed the animation for 1, but it was 2. And that does kill Vampiro's banner in the back as well. So we're going to see a double hit here from Starseer. And then probably just Snogvi to finish it off. And then, ooh, he could send... Okay, well, I was going to say send Broodlord to drop a relic in that top font. But Broodlord finishes the Imperator. And then I guess Snogvi can just keep wailing on Morph. Yeah, like just ram that Snogvi right down Morph's throat and force her to run. Yeah, Hydra. Okay, yeah, Hydra finishes it off too. So Vampiro not looking too good actually. The Broodlord Super Champ deck coming in clutch, and ElvesRule takes the game. So well played to both, and we'll see everyone in the next one.